And to me, this is the last Eminem album that was actually, I would consider, close to classic. What's up, everyone? This is Tatum. I'm back with another episode of Off the Wall. For those that's new to my channel, this is my segment where I like to go through my vinyl collection and just pick out some favorite records of mine and why they mean so much to me, right? So this one in particular, I recently got it, and I wanted to do this episode because this album, I don't know, I really, really, really fuck with this album. Like, I'm just this simple and plain. So without further ado, today I'm going to be discussing Eminem, Relapse. Man, Relapse came out in 2009. First of all, let's just look in the inside. That's pretty cool. Wop, 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 wop. Pretty dope. I always love the Relapse packaging because with Eminem, the record company always goes full steam with the promotion. I think the promotion for this album was just perfect. From the cover being all the pills, it's just perfect. Like with the prescription, everything is just dope. And to me, this is the last Eminem album that was actually, I would consider, close to classic. This is the last Eminem album I feel like we got the last bit of old Eminem. So I appreciate this album a lot, and I know this album gets a lot of flack from Eminem fans and just hip hop fans all around because, one, the accent, the subject matter on this album is a little it's crazy. And listening back to it now, like in this day and time, like, damn, he definitely couldn't say that. He definitely couldn't say that. He definitely couldn't say that. I'm going to put this record back and we're going to get into this album. Before we get into the show, make sure you hit that subscribe button, hit that like button. The road to 1,000 is growing shorter. We're just 150 subscribers away. If you could do your part, just if you like what you see, tell a friend and tune in. And that's all I ask. Let's get back to the show. Let me start with the intro, Dr. West. This is how great this album is, and I'm glad. And before it's all said and done, I need one more Eminem album solely produced by Dr. Dre, because Dr. Dre has an ear that's just undeniable and a quality that's just unmatched. When he starts with that and he's talking to the doctor and he's like turning to the devil and all this stuff, and then he wakes up after he prescribes him, and he wakes up at 3 a.m. in the morning and turns to this beast. And the way that song comes on is just crazy. Dun, 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 dun. There is no escaping, there's nowhere to hide. And I think, just to touch on the accent a bit, for Eminem, after that 4-year hiatus, it was probably hard to find something to be inspired by. And I think that accent allowed him to be inspired and it allowed him to try things with his flow that I don't think we've seen up until this point. I don't even think he tries the lyrical ability he did on Relapse anymore. My mom, that hard ass Dr. Dre beats reminds me of What's the Difference, but like amped up on steroids. I love the part when he's like, child support, your father ain't sent the shit, and so what if he did? It's none of your dang business, kid. To me, that record, even though it's on the silly side, it always reminded me of something that they would probably say in like a therapy session. In this song, he's bashing his mom, but it's almost like an understanding aspect after going through what he went through, you know what I mean? I understand why you did this. I understand, even though how crazy it is. Insane fucking record. That second verse on there, where he's like, you get him? Nah, fucker tried to bite my face off. I just got fucking chased off with a chainsaw. Then he took the chainsaw, bit the fucking blades off. A little cringeworthy lines on there as well, but it's Eminem. Like, what do you expect? Bagpipes from Baghdad, to me, is one of the most underrated Eminem records. He blacks out on the fucking verses on there. Hello is the one I think was one of the last records recorded. I remember Dre, 50, and M were in the studio in the Palms Hotel. That's where they shot the video for We Made You. And this is one of the songs they created. If you look at the credits, it says it on there. But this song always reminds me of like a 50 Cent record. Like, it sounds like 50 Cent wrote the hook. Like, hello, allow me to introduce myself. My name is Shady. It's so nice to meet you. I just loved, and the way that he comes on there. You see that chick in the gym checking me out? Any second I'm about to stick her neck in my mouth. I lose a pill and I'm recklessly wrecking the house. That was supposed to be breakfast. What the heck is it now? Just a necklace I lost right next to Stephanie's blouse. I should check to see if my mom left any out. Nope, guess I reroute. Maybe somewhere in the depths of the couch. Oh, jackpot, yep, open sesame mouth. Down the hatchet, the feeling you can't match it. I rap, tap, tap on your door with the damn hatchet. Attack, tap, tack, no hole with the damn. Like, that flows that he was. Tap, 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 da, 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 da. Fuck out of here. Same song and dance where that first verse is obviously a made up character, but then he goes into like his crushes on some of these celebrity women that he targeted throughout his career. So you get the Lindsay Lohan reference. The last verse about Britney, he talked about her so much through his career because he always had a crush on her. He said, "I just developed a crush. I just didn't know how to tell it to her." He said, "Valium alley oop. We made you." This is the last silly Eminem record we got. We should appreciate it. Like I said again, the last Eminem album where I feel like, yeah, obviously he could rap better than 90% of rappers, right? Just from a technical standpoint. But for me as an Eminem fan, I could do without the fast rapping. Fast rapping doesn't indicate that you're saying anything. Yes, it's a technique and a skill in itself, but I appreciate stuff like this way more, where you can find that flow and be in the pocket. And man, I swear them other guys, you get them an inch, they take them out, they got style, but it isn't slim. Like, that's more difficult to me than, yeah, that's just me though. As an Eminem fan since Slim Shady LP, since I was a pup, you know what I mean? Medicine Ball is dope. Eminem, I'm coming to kill you. Like, Stay Wide Awake. Whew, that's a crazy record. I'ma just say that. Old Time Sake, you can have that record. Trash. Must Be the Ganja's dope. The Mr. Mathers skit is probably my favorite skit because, is that Dr. Dre on Mr. Mathers skit as the doctor? It could be. But to go just to recreate that scene of his own life when he had the overdose and go into Deja Vu, and Deja Vu and Beautiful are two Eminem songs I also think is underrated. And it's the Eminem we love. It's that personal Eminem. He's literally taking you through a day in the life of his addictions. It gets me every time how crazy it is. When he talks about his beard and Haley, like, is starting, you won't shave his beard again, and he pretends he doesn't hear me. Great record. Beautiful again. That song's actually older than anything else on the album. You could tell by the quality of his voice and just the way it sounds. It sounds like Curtain Call Eminem. Crack a Bottle won a Grammy, which is crazy. I never was the biggest fan of Crack a Bottle, but it is what it is at this point. Steve Berman and then going to Underground, which is like he's rapping on this unorthodox ass beat, is crazy. I wanted to touch on Darling. My Darling is one of my favorites as well. Just to paint that whole story was just crazy. And that's another one. It's a couple records on here again that I feel don't get appreciated. Let me get into my best songs. Deja Vu, Bagpipes from Baghdad, and Same Song and Dance. Worst song, Old Time Sake, hands down. It's nothing worse on this album. Best line, Prowler, there's no one fouler. Bounded, that's how they found you. Face down in the tub, I drown you with 1,000 downers around you. Such nostalgia and power, such prowess. Look how you cower. Jump out on you now like I was a jobber from fucking Star Wars. That boy was so good. Let's wrap this shit up though. Yeah. In closing, again, I'm so happy to have this record in my collection. For me, it's the last close to classic Eminem album we're gonna get. I think it's his best post-album latter half of his career. And I'm just glad to have it in my collection. I'm glad that you're tuning in right now. Make sure you hit that like button. Make sure you hit that subscribe button. The road to 1,000 still continues. We're only like 150 subscribers away. So if you like what you hear, tell a friend to tune in, man. It's the least you could do. What's your top 3 records on Relapse, and what's your least favorite on Relapse? Also, what do you rank Relapse in the Eminem discography? Let me know in the comments. It's time to put this record back on my wall. I'm Tatum. Peace.